Hello and welcome to this coolux Pandoras box version 5 tutorial. In this episode we will take a closer look at the Aeon Fx Engine. Let's say we have chosen this yellow loop as a background, in addition to a turquoise ring. We might want to use a black keying effect, so that we will end up with just the ring and will be able to see through it to the background. In order to do this, we should go to the tab Aeon Effects and look for a keying effect. Once we have found the black key effect, just drag and drop the effect onto your layer. Once the fader structure has appeared, you can instantly apply the effect. The first fader, called Mix, activates and deactivates the effect, roughly speaking. The fader determines whether the effect is applied to my layer. In case of the black key effect, the additional fader called Range will determine the strength of my chosen effect, which can also be used as an inverted key. One should note at this point that depending on the kind of effect you want to use, you will encounter different types of faders. Let's now say we want to add another effect, a blur effect, to soften the way the turquoise ring looks. Just select your chosen blur effect through either dragging and dropping it onto the layer or through a simple double click. You will notice the mix fader for activating the effect, in addition to other ways of fine-tuning the effects. If we wanted to add another effect at this point, how about a pattern effect, an LED effect to be more precise? Just find it and then drag it onto your layer. Again, we will use the mix fader for activation and the other faders for fine-tuning. It's important to know that even though the mix fader might be set to 0, the effect will still be processed by the hardware. So, although a 0 effect is invisible, in terms of the overall performance, it does make sense not to drop 500,000 effects onto your timeline. If you want to take a quick look at the layer structure in the device tree, you can open one of the layers and will find them in a row. The exact row sequence is important due to the fact that a different row will result in a different kind of interaction and final result. You can pick up the LED effect we just added and move it to first place, for example, which means the picture will first be changed by the LED effect, and only after that the black key effect will be applied, followed by the blur effect. Should you wish to apply the effect structure you just created to another layer, just right-click on the layer, choose Copy Effect Structure, and then go to a layer of your choosing, and then select Paste Effect Structure. By the way, you can also remove single effects, or alternatively, you can remove all effects. Thank you very much for your interest.